This special NCTV 17 presentation of Making the Most is made possible in part by the generosity of Kader Sakaria and Shafiq Abu Baker.
Hello and welcome to Making the Most, brought to you by Naperville Community Television. I'm your host Kevin Maychek, and from my home to yours, for the next 30 minutes, we'll be sharing photos and videos from viewers for viewers, showing how we're all making the most of this time here at home. Our hope is that you feel more connected and uplifted during this difficult time. Let's start now with how our little ones are making the most.
You
ready?
Yeah.
One.
2, 3.
The split.
I switched them.
We've got our paper on the fridge with our letters, and we're putting our magnets on it. What letter do you have?
P.
P? And where's letter P on the paper?
P for Perry.
P for Perry. Perfect. All right, let's find the letter M. Good. Where's letter M? Let's put that on our refrigerator.
M for Mommy.
M for Mommy.
Welcome to Cooking with Lily. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi.
My name's Peter Clinton.
What are we making today?
Just have it cookie.
Princess Poppy cookies. Can you show everyone a cookie? That looks so cool. We're gonna go finish our cookies. Can you say bye?
Bye.
Bye.
If there's any silver linings out of this whole situation, is that it seems that families are spending more quality time together.
Yeah.
Come on, John, get it.
You like to play bubble with your grandma?
Uh-huh.
Who's winning?
Okay, here we go.
Don't ask.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, the evening TV. Everywhere you look, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, there's a face of somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look.
We know it's not always easy to find things to do to occupy our time, but these next clips prove just how creative some folks are getting to keep themselves entertained. absolutely stunning and very, very talented for sure. Well, now that all the barbershops are closed down, what do you do if you need a haircut? Well, these next families are truly making the most of it by taking matters into their own hands.
All right, this is our trial run on the Roby. It's very unsatisfying. Oh! Did it get in there? Did it cut everything? I think it's too long.
It's not on.
Oh. It wasn't on.
How about try again?
It's too long. All right.
Cut.
This is happening right now.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't believe it. He looks like a bald old man. It looks kind of weird.
Johnny, you're next, right?
If now he does good. What if
Okay, now turn it sideways and run it right along the edge of the hat.
It's too much hair. It's getting clogged. That did nothing. This isn't gonna work.
That day and the days after, they'll come up and take my hat off and rub my head because it's just such a different feeling for them. So yeah, I think this will definitely be one of those when we'll go back and think about our stay-at-home quarantine moments. This will be one that we definitely remember.
We've got plenty more coming up, so stay with us. We'll be right back. While staying at home, stay informed and connected with Naperville Community Television. Get our free news updates emailed to you once a day, Monday through Friday. These emails keep you up to date with the latest information on the COVID-19 pandemic, how it's directly impacting our city, and how we're weathering the situation together, even while apart. Visit nctv17.com/subscribe to sign up now. Welcome back. Well, with sports on a bit of a break, local athletes are forced to think outside the box in order to stay fit. Let's see that again in slow motion. This 11-year-old gymnast is a huge fan of former Olympian Simone Biles and is attempting what she did in a recent YouTube video, taking her sweatpants off upside down. And this mom's playing soccer in her wedding dress? With not only sports but concerts also canceled, many are still making the most of their musical talents and sharing them with the world through video.
I am taking this opportunity to share my love for music, specifically drumming. I have started covering popular songs and even cartoon theme music on my drum set. So far, I have played the drums to the tune of the Magic School Bus, classics like Duck Dodgers, and most recently, the Kids Bop song, per the request of my niece. Overall, I am just happy to be adding some fun and joy to people's lives.
Write down our grocery list. Check it twice so we don't miss anything that we might need. I pray to God they have TV. Driving on to the school, but don't forget 6 feet off. You know you will be safer with your mask on.
Incredibly gifted musicians, thank you all so much for sharing with us. Well, now we meet a principal turned magician. Brian Leckrone is doing magic tricks from home for his students. Let's see the latest card trick he has up his sleeve.
Every Friday I'm going to get on to the internet here and let you see one of my favorite things to do as a kid, which was perform some card tricks. And I'm going to have Jack pick a pile and then show that's the underside. Okay, that sounds good. I'll show everybody the card. Okay, yeah, I get to see it. This is a different kind of trick. Everybody sees it's the Ace of Clubs. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use spelling and a little bit of magic to come back with the Ace of Clubs. Okay, are you ready? So I'm going to spell out Ace of Clubs. A-C-E-O-F C-L-U-B-S. And then with a little bit of magic and a touch of my hand, I will find it again. M-A-G-I-C.
The Naperville Public Library is doing their best to keep little ones engaged, posting daily videos on their social media pages to encourage reading.
We'll read big books and small books and short books and tall books. And the more we read together, the happier we'll be.
Hey, 5th graders!
Meanwhile, this 5th grade science teacher from St. Peter and Paul is doing some experiments.
Welcome to my lab, yeah! So what we're gonna do today is called elephant toothpaste. You get to make a big mess in the kitchen. Mom and Dad don't want to do it, I understand. We'll just do it at school and make a big mess. But my assistant Stacy is going to help us. Another exciting science!
Alright. Woo!
Really cool! Some Codeverse students are using science and technology themselves to create some very clever games and apps from home.
The goal to switch to clover is to get the clover to the heart. When you get the clover to the heart, you get 1 point. You get 7 points. Then it says, you won. This makes you move your character. It counts out to a minute and seconds. Click the middle of the directional pad to get coins. And when the timer ends, kill the ninja.
Keep up the good work, guys.
While we work for companies in Naperville during the day, we've spent our evenings and our weekends working for a little part-time company called Home Improvement.
First, we decided to paint some rooms in our house, so we painted our office. Then we needed an office chair and some new accessories. Then we painted this room, and we got one more left to go.
So I hope that you're making the most of this time as well. And thank you again to all the first responders and the healthcare professionals that are doing so much to help us.
Well, we're going to take a really short break, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Making the Most. Well, for families celebrating holidays, birthdays, and other special events, it can be rather tough. But some are finding a way.
Oh, here she is. It's her 94th birthday. She can't get out because of the weather, and so we brought her cake, wine, twist off, easy to get out, paper towels, and milk. We love you, Joyce. Happy birthday.
This 10-year-old celebrated her birthday making 100 origami pigeons with her family. Afterward, she delivered them all along with a note to other homes in the Crest Creek neighborhood, hoping to spread some cheer. And it looks like she sure did. What do you do if you have an anniversary at this time? Well, you bake a Coronaversary cake, of course. Looks delish. Students are also missing out on celebratory milestones, including dances. But two different families decided to throw their own daddy-daughter dances, one for their 5th grader, the other for their high school senior. And they're certainly not the only ones making the most of their dance skills. As we stay isolated from others, some are turning to their fur babies for comfort.
Good girl.
Say mama.
For some reason, I'm sitting on the floor. And the dog?
Good boy, Whiskey. Good boy, Whiskey. Emmy, how do you feel about having a foster dog in our house right now?
I feel happy and loved, and I feel that I just like it.
Whiskey, what a great name for a pup. And it seems they're not the only creatures making the most of this time.
Right in front of us is one of the most elusive creatures in the world looking straight at us right now.
Also in downtown Naperville, resident Ann Zedeker treated her daughter Darlene to a photo shoot, while the Raquel family had a fun photo shoot of their own just outside their home. And this viewer shows us how he's taking time to practice his own photography skills. Very nice. Meanwhile, this picture of Pandora, the fictional land from the movie Avatar, wasn't such a snap. This gentleman spent an entire week completing this 1,000-piece puzzle. Well done. The Ray Graham Association sent us some photos of how they're helping their community stay safe and busy at this time. The organization serves roughly 2,000 people with disabilities throughout DuPage County. NCTV 17 staff is doing their best to keep you informed and engaged at this time, and they're doing so from home, like many of you who are also working from home. When asked, what is your silver lining in all of this? Here's what they had to say.
My silver lining is honing my cooking skills and my Michael Scott impression.
Catch you on the flippity flip.
My silver lining is Animal Crossing already came out.
I've had more time to do on-camera work and also be a little more creative with my videos.
I finally get a private office with a view.
I've gotten to work on my hobby just a little bit more.
My silver lining is, since working from home, I get to start every day with a homemade cup of tea.
My son Miles, my wife April and I get to see him more every day, and what more could anyone want than to spend some extra time with a 5-month-old? Right, buddy? Oh, fumble.
My silver lining has been spending some more time with my dog and teaching her some new tricks. April, reach for the sky. Come on. Yeah.
My silver lining is I don't have to put on jeans and I can perfect my baking.
My silver lining?
Spending more time with us.
That's right, let's go, run, buddy!
Hanging out with my buddies across the seas, which is my silver lining, that I get to hang out with these guys. Say hello, guys.
My silver lining during this quarantine is having a little extra time to work in my garden and get it ready for the summer, when hopefully we'll all be out again.
Thanks to all my colleagues who participated in that project, and to all of you. We'll be right back with more Making the Most.
NCTV 17's news team brings you coverage that is specific to Naperville, accurate and up-to-date on the latest developments in our community. In this unprecedented time, these stories keep us informed and inspired. These stories bring us together, even while standing apart. If you value your local nonprofit television station, please make a donation so NCTV 17 can continue its mission of telling local stories on air and online, now and in the critical months to come.
Thanks for joining us again. While the bars may be closed, one local attorney is giving us a sneak peek inside his own bar of sorts inside his home, and he's got a collection you've got to see to believe.
Welcome to Bobo's Bar. So what am I doing? Well, to keep from going crazy, I decided that somebody's got to clean these things. So that's what I'm doing. By last count, 5,335 glasses. That's not counting about another 600 or 700 that I have over in this area that are not part of the count. This little island here is my favorite ones. And this one here is one that I give out to guests I've had made. It's Bobo's Bar, established 11/19/39. And so I can't spend any more time at this. I really need to get about my work. I hope you're all finding things to do as well, and maybe not as much fun as I'm having.
Hi, we're the Sapadins. I'm David.
I'm Joanne.
And we like to start our week of sheltering in place with a not-so-traditional happy hour.
Happy Friday!
We signed up for a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Oxford, England, and not just to see the city of Oxford, but to take classes at Oxford University. I'll be taking a class on Winston Churchill, so they sent me a book list, wanted me to read this before I got there.
I've also been making masks. They're not N95 masks, but they're good for going to the grocery store or running errands. But why have an ordinary mask when you can have one that suits your personality?
Well, those are some of the ways we're coping with this situation. We hope you're finding ways to cope with it as well. So, happy sipping!
And cheers to all of you inspiring others with messages outside your home, whether that be sidewalk chalk or decked out windows. The beloved Mr. Rogers once said, "In times of darkness, look for the helpers." There are always people helping. And certainly in this community, we know there is no shortage of people willing to lend a hand. Like the Naperville Newcomers and Neighbors Club, who gave sleeping bags to Hesed House, masks to Edward Hospital, and food to the fire department. Or the Belgio brothers, Tim and Tom, who donated food left over from the canceled VFW fish fries to the West Suburban Food Pantry. And countless other organizations and individuals who donated food, coffee, hand sanitizer, and the like to our first responders. Local resident Jim Harvey sent us these pictures. He built about a dozen triangle boxes to donate to nurses at the Edward Rehab Center. While he admits they may be somewhat impractical, it was a way to spend his time and exercise non-square construction. A kind gesture for sure, Jim. We know that there are thousands of stories of kindness just like his. Please feel free to share with us. You can find information on our website. Lastly, we want to leave you with messages of hope for the future and gratitude for our local frontline workers. A special thanks to the Young Naperville Singers for their gift of song for this segment.
I'll be your bridge on troubled water. When you're down, I will carry you like a bridge on troubled water. I will lay me down.
I would like to thank the fire department, the police department, and the health services, and the others that are working throughout the community.
We support and appreciate everything you do during this world pandemic. Thank you.
Everyone who is helping us, our beautiful flowers. Thank you, doctors, nurses, police officers. Thank you for your service. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay strong.
This too shall pass indeed. From all of us here at Naperville Community Television, a heartfelt thank you from us as well to all those workers, to our viewers, those who've given content for this program, and our generous sponsors. Thank you. Keep on following us on social media, as community television is so vital in keeping us all connected at this time. Stay healthy, stay happy, and keep on making the most.